He was just a scrawny afterthought from South Carolina 5 years ago, but now Ja Morant is among the best NBA players. Tough to believe he wasn't even recruited highly out of high school. And considering his father's sacrifice, it would have been a disaster if he had failed. He didn't fail, but it took a lot of work. But how did the 22-year-old go from an unranked high school baller to an all-star starter receiving more votes than any other guard in the Western Conference besides Steph Curry? How did he go from zero to the man with the league's 7th highest selling jersey? Stick with us as we tell you Ja Morant's story. Ja Morant was born to Jamie and T. Morant in Dalzell, South Carolina, at an inconvenient time for the young couple. His parents were into sports. His mother was a softball player in college and T. Morant a basketball player. T had plans to play professionally in overseas leagues, but the plan collapsed when Jamie became pregnant with Ja. So his father abandoned his plan to move and chose to work as a barber. T worked to build his son's basketball career instead of his own. To do this, he created a small cement basketball court in their backyard. There, Ja learned a lot about the game and was often seen playing with older kids. Ja and T would spend hours at the backyard court sharpening Ja's skills. Later, Morant joined the South Carolina Hornets, an AAU team based in South Carolina. Now, although such a small team didn't provide a lot of prospects for the young player, it still provided a chance for him to sharpen his game. Ja spent a season there with Zion Williamson as a teammate, and the two were an incredible pair. In his last 2 seasons at Crestwood High School, Morant averaged 27 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds per game. This earned him South Carolina All-State honors in his junior and senior seasons. Ja also ended his high school days as a 3-time All-Region MVP. Pretty crazy since Ja couldn't dunk consistently until the summer before his senior year. I know. It's hard to imagine Ja not jumping out of the gym. Now, although there was potential in Morant from the start, superstardom wasn't just written all over him. Therefore, recruiting services like 24 Sports, ESPN, and Rivals did not rank him. So how did he begin his college basketball career? Ja was accidentally discovered in 2016 by James Kane, the assistant coach at Murray State of the Ohio Valley Conference. Yes, that must be very funny now, considering who he is, but that was his reality then. The assistant coach was attending a camp there in a bid to scout a different player. Well, Coach Kane needed a snack, and on his way to get one, he saw Morant playing a 3-on-3 game and was impressed with his skill and athleticism. Then he contacted the head coach, Matt McMahon, who came down to see Ja in action. It didn't take long for the coach and his assistant to conclude that Morant could be the star they were looking for. Ja got offered a scholarship by accident. Reflecting on the whole event, T. Morant said, "Every parent wants their child to play at a big-time program, but what I realized was, don't go where you want to be, go to where they want you." Now that he was in the next stage of developing his game, Ja soon understood what it meant not to be a rated star. Imagine being undersized and underrated coming into college basketball. His chances were low, but Ja stuck to his guns. In his debut game for Murray State, Ja recorded 7 points and a team-high 11 assists to help them beat Brescia University, 118-61. He ended the year averaging 12.7 points, 6.3 assists, and 6.5 rebounds per game, which earned him a first-team All-OVC spot, as well as an OVC All-Newcomer Team Award. Ja also became only the 7th freshman in 25 years to have recorded 150 rebounds, 150 assists, and 10 blocks while shooting a minimum of 42% from the field. All this helped Murray State advance to the NCAA tournament in his freshman season, after a 68-51 victory over Belmont. Morant put up 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in that game. By the end of his freshman season, people were starting to see what Coach Kane saw in him, and as you know, his father was always there watching, judging, and pushing him to be better. In the debut game of his sophomore year, Morant recorded 26 points and 11 assists as his team defeated Wright State in a 73-54 win. Later, in the game against Missouri State, he scored 29 points, a season-high 13 rebounds, and 12 assists in a 77-66 victory. That performance made him the first Murray State player ever to record multiple triple-doubles. Morant ended that season as the OVC Player of the Year, as well as receiving first-team All-OVC honors. He also led D1 college hoops in assists and earned first-team All-American honors. In what would be one of his finest performances, Ja scored 29 points, including a game-winning three-point play in the semifinals of the OVC tournament against Jacksonville State. As if that wasn't enough, he put up 36 points, 3 assists, and 7 rebounds the following day as his team beat the Belmont Bruins 77-65. He ended the tournament as a champion and the tournament MVP. Ja wasn't done proving his doubters wrong, and in an 83-64 win over Marquette in the first round of the 2019 NCAA tournament, he recorded 17 points, 16 assists, and 11 rebounds. This officially made him the 8th player to record a triple-double in the tournament's history. At the end of his sophomore campaign, Ja averaged 24.5 points, 10 assists, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.8 steals per game. He became the first NCAA player in history to average a minimum of 20 points and 10 assists per game in a single season. What a stud! He was ready for the next stage, and everybody knew it. He was destined to fulfill his and his father's dream. He was drafted in 2019 as the 2nd overall by the Memphis Grizzlies.
The Memphis Grizzlies select Ja Morant.
He signed a 4-year contract worth $39.6 million and has never looked back. His NBA debut started with a 101-120 loss to Miami. His 14 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, as well as 1 steal and block just wasn't enough. But that season, Ja led all rookies in assists and total points scored after averaging 7.1 assists per game and averaged almost 18 points per game. He received the NBA Rookie of the Year award at the season's end and earned his NBA All-Rookie First-Team honors. Other players with such an achievement may rest on their laurels and simply hope to keep that level, but that wasn't Ja. His father wasn't going to let him do that. He put in the work and got even more explosive. At times, 10 minutes into his pregame routine, Ja would serve up an appetizer to the fans. He takes off with the nonchalance of a man with a 47-inch vertical, then finishes with a reverse jam off the backboard. Indeed, Morant's rise is no accident. When teammate Dylan Brooke was asked about him, he said, "I'm going to keep it real. What I've seen is his growth and how he works. At first he was going through the motions like most NBA guys do. Now you see him, he's unguardable." Morant helped the Grizzlies to their first Southwest Division title in April 2022. And although he missed as many as 25 regular season games, he won the NBA Most Improved Player award. The following month, Morant recorded a playoff career-high 47 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals in his team's 106-101 victory over the Warriors. In that game, he scored the last 15 points for Memphis, which made him the 3rd player in NBA playoffs history to record multiple 45-point games before turning 23. The other players on this impressive list are Kobe and LeBron. Still, Morant was not satisfied, and he convinced himself that to unlock parts of his talent that no one has ever seen, he'd need to embrace the dark, a mantra meaning doing all the right things to develop himself while no one was watching. He sat down with Grizzlies coach Taylor Jenkins, telling him how he felt. Recollecting, Coach Jenkins said, he had another level in his game that he could take himself, another level of his leadership, his work ethic, everything. Is he there yet? Well, time will tell. Today, no player better represents the idea that basketball is better with improvisation. At 6 foot 3 inches, 174 pounds, Ja warps the floor by exploiting outlandish angles and ungodly ball fakes. As an NBA star, he's truly living the dream of two people, his and his father's. Back in July, he inked a 5-year contract extension, which includes $193 million guaranteed. That figure increases to $231 million once he is selected to an All-NBA team. Not too shabby for a player that was not ranked in high school.
Melton with the finish off the setup by Morant.